Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
And greetings. We are back for part 2 of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair, the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair here at Little Black Pearl on 47th and Greenwood. And I've got some more exciting authors that you need to meet. Now, if you have children, you really need to be building that library. Don't depend on the school system to entertain your child with books that are relevant to our culture. So let me introduce you to the author of a book series, once again, you need to have on your shelf. Now, just look at these beautiful illustrations. Tiny Travelers. Indome Cooks Indole by A. Deneen Prizo. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the Female Solution Global Broadcast. So tell us, what was your inspiration behind this children's book series? And it's got a cultural flair to it. So tell us about this series.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Angela Deneen Prizo, and my books were inspired by my husband. My husband is from Cameroon, Pierre, and he just opened my world up to Africa, to Europe, to all sorts of travel. And I was so impressed the first time I visited Africa to see how on billboards everyone looked like us. That was the most shocking thing to me for whatever reason. So I wanted to make sure my books centered Black children. So the stories have all sorts of cultures in there, but the center is Black children. And that's what our children deserve, to know that they are leaders and they can be the center of the story.
And tell us about your husband.
He's from Cameroon in Central Africa, and we visit there. And so a lot of the stories are based off of landmarks that I've visited while I've been there, foods that I've eaten. So it's very personal for me.
Well, I'm really enjoying this international flair to the book, and our children need to see themselves as the global people that they are, and even understanding that certain things are universal as far as childhood. So now, you mentioned that your books are written in more than one language. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So my books are written in French as well, in English and French. My husband is a French speaker, and I felt the honest way to respect his country would be to have the books in French and English. They are a French and English speaking country, so that's only fair. Yeah.
I think, some of the English speaking people should have some French versions of it too, because we've been talking about how our children need to be multilingual. And in other countries, children are multilingual. They are speaking several languages because they're surrounded by various language speaking people. And so it's just second nature to them, whereas here in America, we're struggling to get English right.
Yes.
So that's something we got to really work on. So now the plot, I guess you say, these stories, where did those originate from? The actual stories. Ooh, and look at these illustrations, y'all. Now, don't they look down home? This looks like a scene from, it looked like a scene from your kitchen and dining room with your grandma and grandpa and children. Come on, look at this. This is home. So where did the plots come from?
So this book in particular, Ndome cooks indole. Indole is one of their national dishes, and I would equate it to greens almost,
okay.
right? So y'all know I'm throwing down on some indole when I'm in Cameroon. It's
Right
so good, and everyone just really celebrates it, and that was my inspiration. I'm like, oh, how about children learn to speak another language, speak some words that don't normally come out of their mouth, learn about a dish that they don't normally eat, but similar. Like you said, just to show that some things are universal in childhood and just in life. So, right, it's made with a leaf called a bitter leaf, and yeah, it's really good. I love it.
Oh wow, that is great. That is great. I can really see children enjoying this book and just really feeling like, wow, I want to go there. I want to see what that's like. Ooh, and this is Tiny Travelers Wandering Above the World. Look at this. And you have all these various ethnicities. Now see, this is what our children need is more reinforcement of travel, different places, children from all over the world. I love this this symbol in the back, this unity, world, wonders of the world. See, this is it. Because our children in this in this time, they are global. They're connected all across the world through the internet. And so things are not far away the way they were when we were a child. Going across the water just seems so unimaginable. Now, every place is a plane ride away, a few hours, and then it's a couple of taps on your phone away if you want to travel around the world on your phone. So children need to see themselves going other places. So now, how old were you when you first, I guess, traveled abroad?
First travel abroad, seriously, because I'm talking, I'm going to say it's been since I've been with my husband. So I was over 40. I mean, before that, I'd gone to Bahamas and things. And that's a travel outside of the United States. But the first time I ever went to Europe or to Africa, to another continent would be, when I was over 40, like about 40. So, yeah, and again, that's why these books are important, in my opinion, because as parents, we can't give children what we don't have. And if we don't know about these places and we don't know that these opportunities are for us and open to us, then we can't teach our children that. And this book is introductory. These books are introductory for parents too, for adults as well. I've had adults show just as much interest in the books as children.
I think you all need to get this. Well, so you've heard what the key is. If you want to travel and see the world, get you an African husband.
That's right. That's a start. Hey, we're one people.
That's right. That's right. It wouldn't hurt you to learn a couple of things. You learn some French, learn some Yoruba, some Twi. Hey,
there you go.
Get your rap together. I'm trying to tell you what to do now. But yes, these are beautifully illustrated, and I love how the words and pictures flow together. This is a beautiful image. Ooh, to chilly Russia where the snowflakes fall. Ivan wears fur as he stands big and tall. Now that's cute. Oh, look at that. You got a little Russian friend. Yes. So, I think this actually encourages families to think in terms of taking their children abroad to learn, because education can go beyond the classroom. It really needs to be travel, and I would urge schools to have more international programs, more travel programs. Encourage families to get passports for everybody so that you can travel, so you can be prepared when opportunities come, and read these kinds of books so that they can think in terms of interacting with other cultures, going to see other places.
Languages, as you said, is so important.
Yes,
so important.
They need to hear some other languages. So, and then when children are young, they actually learn languages faster too.
That's true. true.
Yes. So can you speak some French? Parlez-vous français?
Un peu, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Et tu?
Yeah, you as well, just a little bit.
Yes,
Gotcha. I probably understand more than what I can speak, but it takes a lot of courage, like especially when you try to do this in adulthood. It takes a lot, but it's possible. It opens you up to so much more.
It does.
And people are just happy when you try their language. If you get a couple of words right, they're just happy to see you try.
Yes,
hear
you try. And
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So all y'all that's still mad at that halftime show at the Super Bowl, look, study Spanish. Don't be mad at the brother because he did his language. Just learn the languages. That's all.
That's right. That was beautiful.
It was.
You know, I had a family come today, parents, Haitian American little girl, and the mom is American, the dad is Haitian. They want to teach her French, so they got my book to help reinforce the French.
There you go.
Yeah, that's go.
Come down here to the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair. We're gonna be here. You need to get here by 5. You really do. So, because you don't want to get the scratch. You want the selection to still be here. And get a chance to talk to the authors and take some time to peruse and get those books that really benefit your children. They need to start thinking about how they're going to expand across the world. We don't want them to be stuck in the hood. We want them to be global and multilingual.
Yes.
So thank you so very much for sharing this with us. We appreciate you and your craft. I gotta get this from my people. Definitely.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And now, is there a website that people can go to in case they are out of town and can't come because you're not from here?
Yes, I have 2 websites. One is angelapriso.com and one is Roots Rhythm Stories, which is the imprint for my books. .com. So yes.
And that was Angela
Priso, PRISO.
.com.
Yes. Roots Rhythm Stories.
Roots Rhythm Stories. All right. Go to the website. If you're not in Chicago and you can't come down here, go to the website and buy these books.
All right.
Well, thank you so very much. Excellent. Looking forward to reading more and traveling abroad and increasing my French vocabulary. Yes.
Good.
Well, thank you so much. And we're going to be back. We're going to greet our global family who's watching us from all around the world so that you all can learn how to say some words, at least a greeting. Be right back.
We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network called 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you. Yes. Well, we are back at the Soulful Chicago Black History Book Fair with another author, and we're excited because we know that you are going to enjoy this series. Wow, Empress We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is.
Yes! And this is powerful. And I'm here with the author who has put together some fabulous stories that tell us a history we need to know. And one of the exciting things about this is that it's true. So here we have it. And right here at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. So tell us your name and tell us about these books.
Okay, so my name is Asantewa Afong-Wadie, and my book is Empress Men Chronicles. And so I guess if I'm talking to someone who hasn't heard about Empress Menen, I would introduce her as a superwoman of the 20th century, probably the foremost superwoman on the world stage. So there are incredible women, especially Black women in the United States during the 1900s. But in terms of being around the world and known around the world, I would say Empress Menen ranks right up there. Yeah, and so I was intrigued with her when I learned her story, and I just wanted to share it, and how that manifested in Chicago was that we started Empress Menen Day. It's still operational. So it happens every April in the city of Chicago. And we talk about the Empress and we honor women doing the kind of work that she did, because she was a philanthropist, she was an anti-war advocate, she was a women's health advocate, she was an advocate for the disabled, she was a crafter, she was an antiquarian who collected rare books, she was a restorer of the ancient temples in Ethiopia, she was futuristic, she built one of Ethiopia's premier futuristic temples that is creating a new Jerusalem in Ethiopia. Just an absolute phenomenal person. And so it was really out of our yearly celebration that people started saying things like, I absolutely have to learn more about her. Where can I get a book? And that kind of prompted me to put together something that was not a chapter book, because there are chapter books out on her life, but this is a picture book, table book that you can go through, and maybe you can only grab a page or two, but you will still walk away edified with new information about the Empress. So we set it up so that it was very accessible to readers and learners of all kinds.
This needs to be a movie, y'all.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Now, why do you think perhaps she may have escaped some of the modern history books?
Empress Menen was defiant. So let me just share an example. In the years leading up to World War II, the Italians, and with the help and the backing of Hitler and others, attacked Ethiopia first. Ethiopia was attacked long before any European nations attacked anybody. And Ethiopia spoke out, like, no, you're not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? To let this imperial power think that it could just come take over our country. You can't do it. But they were being ignored. And so Empress Menen took to the airwaves herself, and like NBC airwaves, and shouted in their faces that this is unjust, and you don't really have any right to, and just told them about their South classic Black woman style, and they bleeped her out. All of her speeches were muted before they could be aired in the United States. It was heard in Europe, but not in the United States. I've actually listened to the recordings, and she can't even get hello out of her mouth. They start with the Morse code disruptions of her speech. Yes. And so Empress Menen was real slick. She went through BBC the first time, the British Broadcasting Company, but then she worked with Russians. And she tried to get her message out that way. They bleeped her out again. The New York Times carried the written speech, but it didn't have the same power as the spoken speech. So just because of her defiance, just because of how royal she was, just because she didn't stand down to their pressures, just because she gave the French back their whole wardrobe that they sent her and said, I want to wear my own clothes. I don't need your stuff. I'm an African woman with my own style. I mean, she was just ignored. I just think that politely shoved to the margins of history.
Wow.
And I just feel like as we read and learn about her, we up our game. And, you just realize that you have permission to be yourself. And
So how did you find out about her?
Well, my family is in the Rastafari tradition, but in the Rastafari tradition, there's a lot of emphasis on Haile Selassie I. Yeah, that's her husband, but people don't really know about his wife. And really, she was his co-regent, and he wanted it that way because he was very enamored with her power.
Wow.
And her defiance, and really just her beauty.
Wow.
Yeah.
They used to have beauty and brains.
Right. Yeah.
That is powerful. So now these illustrations are very. How did you find the illustrator?
Okay, so he is a well-known illustrator, so many things, but he draws the royal family of Ethiopia. His name is Ross Otto. You can find him online. And he drew women kind of in different stages of familyhood, women giving birth. And I just was drawn into this picture because it represents the sacred feminine and the sacred cycles of that females go through that need to be honored and I think infused with respect from everybody. And so that's why this image was chosen for the front of the book.
Wow. That is fabulous. You need to come on down and get this book. I know you guys get back to your table because I know they want this book, and you need several copies because you want to make sure you add this to your library and send it to some friends and family because they need to have it too. Nice coffee table book. You can sit it there, conversation, get started, and you learn something.
That's right.
All right. Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
Now, is there a website that people can go to?
Yes,
if they're not in the
you can
Chicago
go
area?
to Menin. Spelled the way it sounds, MENEN, chronicles.com.
MeninChronicles.com. If you're not in the Chicagoland area and you can't make it out here before we close, then go online.
Right.
MeninChronicles.com.
Yes.
Well, thank you so very
You're
much.
welcome.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
Fabulous.
All right.
Well, we are so excited that we are here and enjoying these authors because this is some very powerful information. And one of the things that we're seeing here is that these authors are historians. They're bringing back a lot of lost history that needs to be in our school systems. So because we know that unfortunately there's so much politics that goes into books that get approved and all that, people need to buy these for their own home library. And when they do that, then they have the power to make sure that they teach their children what they want them to know. And we appreciate all of you who have been with us throughout this day here. Back on for a moment. We had a few people that we didn't get a chance to see, so we wanted to give them an opportunity to tell about their books. And these are books that I recommend everybody have in their library. Thank you so very much. We need to have these books so that we have the power to teach and we can choose what we want our children to learn. So we're going to once again share with you information that can inspire you. Come out to the book fair. Soulful Chicago Book Fair. Let's see. Soulful Chicago Book Fair.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.